let me tell you, most social media pages suck. They start, they never keep consistent, and they fail. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to get from 0 followers to your first 1,000 on any social media channel. With these steps, you can easily delegate the nuances and focus on the things that are important to you the most, which is the strategy and reporting. My name is Annie, and I'm a social media marketer for the past 4 years, and I'm managing multiple social media accounts. In the social media game, you always have to be consistent and publish content multiple times per week and interact multiple times per day in order to get the best benefits. Because in social media, the whole essence of it is to keep it social. So with that being said, let's just start with step number 1. So step number 1 is to set your goal right. Why do you even create a social media page in the first place? Is it because you want to generate more leads? Is it because you are running an event company, so you have to keep people updated? What is that goal specifically that your company has to achieve? So all that going to wrap your head around the whole social media content creation. Because trust me, it can be very overwhelming and could be a little bit difficult as well. Step number 2 is to generate endless content. You need to generate content that aligns with your goals. You can use ChatGPT to write what could be great idea generation for your social media content. Or the other method is to break it down into different content buckets and fill out those buckets every single week or every single month and give it to a content creator. Why? Because you want content that has growth potential. So that means you are chasing the trends, you are using those trending music, you are in the holiday mood. Those are growth content. The other one is for you to get more authoritative. So that means you show why you are the authority in that industry. You show people like, I know what I'm talking about.
I can see that.
So if I'm in marketing, I'm going to talk about marketing. I'm not going to talk about how to get my hair done, because the main thing I want to get authority for is marketing. So the last bucket is going to be personal stories. And the personal stories as a company, if you are representing just a company, it could be the personal story of your customers. Share their customer reviews, their customer stories before using your product, after using your product. These are the pillars that you should meet, at least at the very basic minimum. This is famously called the G.A.P theory. This can get started, and now we are getting into the very technical part of social media management. So we have already created a bunch of ideas, but you have to decide how you're going to present that content. Is it going to be a video? Is it a carousel? Is it a story? What is it? If you're building a social media page from scratch, I would say just create 9 to 12 pieces of content without even publishing them. Usually in an Instagram grid, the 9 to 12 is a great start because we are dividing all these content by 3. So the Instagram grid looks kind of aesthetic. And look around your resources. If you have a full team right now, you can easily delegate the static post to a graphic designer, and you can delegate the video editing part to a video editor. If you are a solopreneur, it's okay to start with just static posts, because again, we just want to get started. We just want to get into the rhythm of things. Step number 3 is to get a content calendar database. Right now, I'm going to show you my screen how I envision a content calendar. And on my Notion, you can see that every single day there is some content published. If you are planning long-term content, such as a YouTube video like this one or a long podcast episode, then you should have a different database for that. This allows you to grow your skills as a project manager in this case, because you're building databases for different channels or different type of content. But again, get yourself organized, because here is why people fail all the time. They are not organized, they are not consistent, and without consistency, any marketing will fail. Once you have your content calendar up right in your face, then you might be thinking, oh, when is the best time to post on social media? And the best time is
Just do it now.
I always tell this to people because you shouldn't overthink this. This is such a small detail that you will find out over time. For instance, you cannot tell which content is going to do well if you don't have at least 10 pieces of content posted on your social media. I've been doing this for 4 years, and optimal comes from your data. Facebook Insights are very useful. YouTube Analytics also very useful because it tells you immediately when your fans or followers are most active. But do not overthink it. Just post. All right, step number 4 is from day one, you should get onto a scheduling tool. Why? Because you remove friction in your workflow. If you are spending so much time publishing every single day, and as a result, you're always going to get stuck into the content creation phase. So I use Publer as my favorite publishing tool because I can also do follow-up comments, kind of drive people out of the website, out of the Facebook website or LinkedIn to my own content, which is, for example, a YouTube video or a podcast episode. It works so much better. Step number 5 is to save time to interact. This step is exactly why companies hire social media managers, because nobody has the time, in quotation mark, just interact with other people as the page. Why do I say that? Because this is something you cannot really scale, you cannot really automate, and if you automate it, your account's gonna be banned. Make sure that you save at least 10-15 minutes every single day to check out your follower stories. Make sure that you DM other people, you reply to messages, because we are doing social things, and all these things that a social media manager actually should be monitoring and doing every single day. I always look at social media management as going to the gym. If you never step into the gym, do not expect results. If you never interact with anyone, never expect results. So step number 6 is to do a monthly report. This is very important because you see which content worked and which did not. And using the G.A.P framework, you need to provide more growth content. Maybe you need to provide more authoritative content. So make sure that you do all these steps before you submit things to the client or like you change the strategy. Don't skip that.
I will do it, sir.
Step number 7 is get their contacts as soon as possible. What do I mean by this? As soon as I launched my YouTube channel, I already had at least one lead magnet prepared. Even though I had only 100 subscribers or 50, I already had at least one lead magnet, because just in case people are ready to get more information about something, maybe they want to check out my Notion template, I have that ready. And getting people out of the social media pages is actually beneficial for you because you have direct communication with them. Sometimes they want this as well. Like, I'm subscribed to different newsletters because I want to get specific information from those creators and I trust their information. This is why the G.A.P framework is super important, because the authority is what makes people become super fans. If you think email marketing is dead, I would need to tell you that it's not. Email marketing is still going really well, because the more notifications we get, the most important notification will end in our inbox. So get their contacts as soon as possible. Don't overdo it on the lead magnets. People get annoyed. So only do a lead magnet that is most important for your potential target audience. So that kind of finished my social media strategy for the new year. Make sure that you get this Notion template that I've created already in the link description below if you want to. Again, I'm not forcing you, because I just told you email marketing can be annoying. So it's an optional thing. You can just take these lessons and take these specific tips and give it to your team members or apply it to your new workflow for the new year. Thank you so much for watching this far into the video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you are new. My name is Annie and I'm on my mission to become a chief marketing officer one day. So on this channel, I'm going to document every marketing case study, SOPs, and anything new that I have learned to become a better marketer. On top of it, I have a podcast called The Aspiring CMO, where I interview successful marketers and entrepreneurs about marketing and leadership. So tune in every Thursday, or else I'll see you in the next video. Bye!